One Piece, one of the best works of fiction to ever be created. Many people hate it as much as possible. But everyone who has watched it can agree it is one of the best works of fiction to ever be created. So I decided, why not? Let's mix up MLBB and One Piece and do a what if style video. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are going to pick some MLBB characters and make skin concepts for them based on One Piece. It is obvious that having the anime character itself is always better than getting a skin. I mean, just look at the difference in skills between ML and Jump Assemble. JJK's anime characters are much more faithful to the source material in the Jump Assemble than ML. But I don't think ML is going to make separate heroes for them, so let's just mold them into heroes and call them skins. Let's start with the Straw Hat Monkey D. Luffy. For me, Luffy can be molded into two heroes. As a skin, first one is Khufra and second one is Badang. While Khufra will be perfect to showcase all the Luffy's stretching abilities, I think Badang will be so much more fun to play, and I have some ways where we can bring in Luffy's Gear 5 in the picture with Badang. Let's check out Luffy x Khufra first. Khufra's passive can be changed into Luffy's Gomu Gomu pistol. Yes, how well Khufra's basic attack is enhanced every few seconds and throws a scroll and heals himself. We can do the same thing, but we can showcase Luffy stretching and using his classic move Gomu Gomu pistol and heal himself. Next is Khufra's first skill. We can mold Khufra's first skill into Luffy's Gomu Gomu rocket, a move where he stretches and launches himself into the enemies and knocks them up. Next is Khufra's famous second skill, the ball. I don't think this is an issue, as Luffy can easily just use Gomu Gomu balloon and use his Gear 4 Tankman. They both will look the same. And finally we have his ultimate. He can just use his Gomu Gomu fruit to stretch and CC the enemies. Now let's check out Badang and how we can mold Gear 5 Luffy in ML. For Badang first skill, Luffy can just use his Gomu Gomu pistol. The second one is where we can put his Gear 5 to good use. Because of Luffy's Devil Fruit Awakening, he can change the environment around him. And last is the ultimate. Come on, if you are a One Piece fan, you already know the perfect move for this skill. Well, it's Gomu Gomu Gatling. Of course, just imagine a Gear 5, Luffy punching the shit out of an enemy in the game. That would be too amazing. Now that we are done with Luffy, let's move on to the recent enemy he defeated in the Wano, Kaido. Kaido is the beast pirate who is the perfect hero for him. Well, who am I even kidding? It's Yuzong. We all can agree that Yuzong is inspired by Kaido. I mean, there are too many similarities. Because they both become big as dragons, they both have a hybrid forms. They both look super menacing when they are in the base form. So let's see what Kaido moves we can fit into Yuzong. His passive can still be same. It's very durable, so having the same passive makes sense. And next is his first skill. We can just make his first skill and turn it into Thunder Bagua, while his first skill is a slow charging move that deals a lot of damage. It's the same as the Kaido Thunder Bagua is also a slow charging move that deals high amount of damage. For his second skill, we can just have him shoot out his Conqueror Haki, or we can also use his signature move Blast Breath. I think both works well. And for Blink's skill, we can just keep it the same. I don't think Kaido has any moves similar to this. And next we have his ultimate. I mean, he will just transform into his menacing dragon. I guess it's just a shame that he can't use Blast Breath in his dragon form. And when it comes to his hybrid form, we can just pump all the damage and skill effects by 2 times. Next, let's check out Nami x Eudora. The more I think about Nami x Eudora, the more perfect they are. If One Piece does collab with ML and Nami x Eudora doesn't happen, it would be a huge shame for real. So her first skill will be her using her Klima attack to create lightning over a fan-shaped area. I think Nami can already do that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Her second skill can be still a stun, where you can see her weather ball. And for the third skill, we can do what she does with the help of Zeus in the Whole Cake Island arc. It will look too cool, wouldn't it? Next, let's see Sanji x Chao. This is just a match made in heaven, as everything from their skill to their trouble with women can perfectly match. I mean, Sanji can do pretty much everything Chao can do, and in most of the cases, he can do it better. For example, let's take his passive. After a few steps, Chao's next basic attack is enhanced. And for Sanji, he can just use his Diablo Jumble and light his leg on fire. For his 3-phase first skill, Sanji can just kick 2 times, and for the last one blast the ground with Collier Shoot for a knockout. For his second skill, he can just move fast. Why? Because Sanji is one of the fastest character in One Piece. And for the ultimate, we can use his latest move he showcased in Wano Boof Burst along with any other kick. Just imagine how cool it will look. Next up, we have everyone's favorite, Zoro. Yes, of course, I have found the perfect way to mold Zoro with Saber. Saber's passive reduces enemies' defenses, and if Zoro after uses all the 3 swords on someone and it doesn't reduce someone's defense, that would be just criminal. Next, we have Saber's first skill. We already know that Zoro can create tornadoes from his swords, so we just have him create tornadoes and rotate around him. Next, we have his second skill. I mean, we just make Zoro use his Tiger Hunt move to dash forward. Lastly, we have his ultimate. There are many things that Zoro can do to use his Saber's ultimate. I know, you guys will be like Martis will be also a perfect for him. I already know that. I just wanted Zoro that one-shots people. I'm pretty sure you can translate Zoro's technique to Martis skills. I will leave that job out for you. Comment section is all yours. Next up, we have Jinbe. And thinking about his skill sets, there is no better character for him than Ben. His passive is not directly similar to Jinbe. Ben infuses his weapon with a stack of tidal energy each time he uses a skill. It can be represented by Jinbe's ability to manipulate water in a waveform. First skill, Ben fires his Grape Claw Cannon in the target direction, which deals damage. Similarly, with his Fishman Karate, Jinbe creates a pressurized layer of air which doesn't even need physical contact. Second skill, in his second skill, Ben chugs his L, which restores his HP and increases movement speed. For Jinbe, he can use his Ornament Haki to increase his movement speed and recovery. For the second phase of his second skill, we can have him throw water using his Fishman Karate. Ultimate, Ben summons his School of Sharks to charge in a target direction, dealing damage and CC. This technique is also available in Jinbe's arsenal, as he can throw a massive amount of water into an enemy. Next, we have Fire Fist Ace and Son of Flame Valir. It won't be a stretch to say that they are similar. I mean, Valir is the only hero in Mlbb who uses natural flames to attack. Anyway, comparing Ace and Valir is not that of difficult task, as you can keep all of his original skills the same, with some fiery animation, pun intended. Even though Ace is like 100 times faster than Valir, since Valir isn't well known for his speed. They have to slow him down, which is a huge disappointment for me. And finally, we have our Soul King Brook and the Blade of Roses Lancelot. They both are swordsmen, they both are super fast, and they both look completely different to each other. And yet, they are perfect comparison to each other. Lancelot can keep all his skills the same, and it will match perfectly with Brook. But Muntun can do one thing, which is to add some special soul effects to his movesets to make it similar to Brook. So Muntun, here is your perfect characters along with moves. If you are watching, I have given you everything you need. Just use this as your base and please make One Piece x Mlbb happen. I'm sure everyone in the comment section agrees. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.